internet friends, welcome back to Bre'sBooks. I'm Brianna and I just wanted to film this short clip showing a couple of books to haul. One I have here and one is a package unboxing. I know what it is and I'm really excited about it, so I wanted to unbox it for you guys. I'll show the unboxed one first. This is While Beauty Slept by Elizabeth Blackwell. This is a hardcover Sleeping Beauty retelling, I believe, and I believe it is also an adult novel. So I was really intrigued when I saw this, and it has a gorgeous naked cover. I got this package from a Megan Crew, who is an author, if that gives you any hints as to what might be in this package. Yes. Okay, so this is an art copy of Immortal Song by Megan Crew. This is her latest book that I believe just came out. Oh, it comes out on September 13th. It's full of magic and Japanese culture and stuff, and I'm really looking forward to this. I've never read any of her books, but I recently started following her on all her media platforms, and I'm really interested to start reading her books, and she was kind enough to send out a giveaway that I won for one of her art copies of her newest book, so I'm super excited to read this. It looks really good, and she also included a bookmark, which was really nice. Thank you so much, Megan, for sending me this, and it came so quickly. And now for my next clip. Hi again. So I went back to Hastings the other day and got some more things. So the first thing I want to show you is High School Debut manga volumes 4, 5, and 6, story and art by Kazun Kawahara. I already hauled the first 3 volume bind up of this, and then they had the second 3 volume bind up for like half off. So I got this, so now I have the first 6 volumes, so hopefully I like this manga. And then I found a book called Rooftoppers by Catherine Rundell. It just seemed like one of those, you know, intriguing middle grades that I wanted to check out. Then I picked up Endless Night by Cressy Cole. This is book 2 in the Arcana Chronicles. I already have the first book, Poison Princess, and I've heard good things about it, so I have the second book in case I end up liking Poison Princess. Then I have Better Nate Than Ever by Tim Federle. I've heard that this is a really fun middle grade series about a kid who wants to be on Broadway, and I love Broadway and I love middle grades, so match made in heaven. And the last thing I picked up is a little bit different. It's actually a script, sort of. Yeah, it's like a play script score book thing from this play called Over the Moon that was written by Jodi Picoult and Jake Van Leer. Jodi Picoult's written like a billion books, so if you haven't heard of her, check her out on Goodreads. Music and lyrics by Eileen Wilbur and Jodi Picoult. So she helped to write the script and the music, which is super cool. And this book also came with stickers, which is fun. So I'm hoping I can find the soundtrack somewhere, because I haven't actually heard of this. But it's like a fairy tale musical, so I'm looking forward to reading this, and hopefully I can find the music somewhere, because it seems like it was just meant to be like a high school stage production type of thing. So I don't know if I'll be able to find like recordings of the music, but I hope so, because I'm interested in checking this out, because it seems like it's going to be really fun. So I got some more things at Hastings today, because it's their Labor Day sale. So like all their used stuff was 80% off, and I got stuff, because I have a problem, obviously. Anyways, the first thing I found was Avalon High Coronation by Meg Cabot. This is the first volume of the 3-volume manga spin-off for Avalon High book, a YA book, and I had this, if you remember in I think it was my last book haul, I already hauled the last 2 volumes of this, but now I have the first one, so now I have the whole collection, and I can just read it, and it's really short, and it's going to be good times. And there's a little stickiness on this cover that I need to take off from the sticker. But yeah, besides that, this is Volume 1, The Merlin Prophecy. I'm really excited about it. So next we have Curse of the 13th Fae by Jane Yolen. This is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, which I'm intrigued to read. Then I picked up Rival by Sarah Bennett Wheeler. And this is YA contemporary, I believe, about two best friends that are frenemies, but they like sing and stuff, and I was in choir in school, and so I was intrigued about this, and I think it's gonna be good. Then I got 567 Nate, the sequel to Better Nate Than Ever by Tim Fiderell, about a middle school kid who really likes Broadway, and so I'm excited to have this because I just hauled the first book and I have the second book, so yay! And then I found Loop by Karen Atkins. It's basically a time travel romance that I've been interested to check out. It sounds like it's going to be like really witty and fun and a good time and time travel, so yeah. And then I found Betty and Veronica's Princess Storybook, which is basically just Betty and Veronica and like the Archie friends characters in fairy tales, so I had to because it was like only 80 cents. So, and then I found this copy of Snow White by the Brothers Grimm and Quentin Grebin, and it was like marked as used, but it's basically new condition. And as you all should know by now, I collect fairy tale story books, so I got this. And that's all for this clip. See you next time, unless there's no more books, and then I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, bye. Okay, so I promise this is the last clip of this book haul. I really hope it is the last, because this is going to be a really long video. I'm really sorry about that, but I can't seem to stop buying books. As you know, I have like 3 book hauls a month. So, here we go. This first one, actually, I've already read before, so yay, book 5. I read this before, and I saw it, and I wanted to buy it, so I did, and it is Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I actually originally read this in the illustrated edition, I think it is, where it has like pictures, and it's like in a bigger size, but this is just like the mass market paperback version. It's a pretty decent cover. It's not the one I wanted. The one I really wanted was like the purple one with like the shooting star on it, but this was super cheap, so I got it anyways. Next, I got Princess in Waiting by Meg Cabot. This is volume 4 of the Princess Diary series, basically book 4. I'm slowly collecting them all because kind of one of those things I kind of wish I would have read when I was younger and I didn't, so now I have the first 4 volumes to sort of marathon and see if I like it. Then I picked up The Golden Key by The Golden Key and Other Stories by George MacDonald. This is actually like a fairy tale, some of his fairy tale-esque type short stories, including The Light Princess and The Golden Key. Just some like short children's stories that are fairy tale types, and I'm excited to read it. Then I found Book of Enchantments by Patricia C. Reed. This is her book of short stories, some of them taking place in her Forest Chronicles world. I haven't read that series yet, but I've heard really good things about this author, and I like the type of books she writes. Like, I like the idea of them. So I thought some short stories from her might be nice to read and see if I like her. Then I found Fell by David Clement Davies. This is book 2 of The Sight, or the sequel to The Sight. I'm not sure if it's series or not, but I had the first one. I've been really interested to reading it. It's about the story is from Wolf's perspective, and I think that's really fascinating. And this one made it sound like it's werewolves, though, so I don't know if I like that, but it's a sequel, so I figured if I liked the first one, I could continue on, and it was super cheap. Then I found 2 different Robin McKinley books that I have not yet read at different places. One is The Outlaws of Sherwood, which is a Robin Hood retelling, and the other one is The Blue Sword, which is a fantasy a book in a fantasy series by her. And I'm really excited because Robin McKinley was like one of my favorite authors back in the day. I really like her books and her writing, so I found these to add to my collection. Then I picked up The Book of Dragons by E. Nesbit. This is just another collection of short stories, but this happens to be about dragons, so I picked it up. Then I picked up this weird looking book called My Girlfriend's a Geek Volume 1 or Version 1.0 by Pintabu. It was originally a Japanese novel, I believe, and it was translated to English. It's about this boyfriend and girlfriend. The boyfriend is slowly like brought into the anime type world or something. It just sounds funny because I really like anime and I really enjoy it, so I'm part of the fan club, and it's like all in like chat messages and stuff, so I thought it'd be a really quick, fun read, and it was super cheap, so I picked it up. Then I picked up The Adoration of Jenna Fox by Mary E. Pearson. Mary E. Pearson, if you did not know, is the author of the Remnant Chronicles, so yes, Kiss of Deception series. This was one of her first series, and so I thought I should give it a try, and I found it cheap. Then I won a Goodreads giveaway, which is for Been Here All Along by Sandy Hall, so I got this brand new copy. This came out like this week or last week or something. I really enjoyed her other two books, so I'm excited to see what this one holds, even though I'm a little afraid because her other two books didn't have main characters that were LGBTQ-esque, and these two are, and so I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but I want to give it a try since I liked her other books. Then I found The Last Princess by Galaxy Craze. It's like a post-apocalyptic royalty type story. She has to like hide herself with the enemy so that she doesn't get killed before she can retake her throne. It kind of sounds like The Queen of the Tearling, but with like sci-fi elements or something. It also looks like it might take place in London based on the cover. But yeah, Galaxy Craze. It's a cool author name, cool cover. Heard good things about it, so I wanted to pick it up. And then I found these two books. I believe they're by an indie author. Brightly and Flicker by Kay Thornbrough. It's a fantasy series about fairies, and I enjoy books about fairies. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know Julie Kagawa is one of my favorite authors. And I believe Flicker is the first one. Flicker's the first one, and then Brightly is the sequel. I'm not sure if there's more than these two books, but I found them together, and I thought it was a great chance to try out an indie author, because I have not read, like, hardly any, if any, indie authors before, so I thought I would give it a try. And then I found, to my shock and delight and amazement, The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. This is book 3 of his Mistborn series. And I have the first one, read it, I really liked it. I don't have the second one, I haven't read it, but I saw this, like, pretty much beautiful condition hardback, like first edition whateverness, and I jumped on that wagon. And then I found Rosie Dunn by Cecilia Ahern. She's the author of P.S. I Love You, and I believe the UK edition or another edition of this book is called Love Rosie. So I kind of had misgivings about picking this book up because I watched the movie and it just made me like upset generally, and so I wasn't sure if I wanted to read this, but it has a different name, so maybe the book will be different. I don't really know. It was a really cute story. You should check out the movie if you're interested to, or have already read the book and liked it, because the movie was pretty cute, even though it was really traumatic too. So yeah, check it out. And the last book, hopefully, of this book all I have to show you is this actual graphic novel in brand new condition, no joke, for the Once Upon a Time series. It is Once Upon a Time Shadow of the Queen graphic novel. It is beautiful. Like, I'm not a huge follower of the Once Upon a Time series. I kind of lost interest during the 3rd season in the Neverland stage. I think it was the 3rd season. So I haven't caught back up, even though I really want to, because I want to see the Frozen season. But I thought this is such like a beautiful, beautiful book. And it's a quick graphic novel, like that, you know, is just like a spin-off story from the series. So I don't have to have caught up on the series to read it. And I just thought maybe it would give me that motivation to get back into watching this show. Get through Neverland so I can get to Frozen. Yes. So hopefully if you're seeing me now, this is the end of my book haul. Wait forward. Okay, it's the end. Yay! No more books for 2 days. And I'll see you next time, hopefully with a different than a book haul video. Bye!